The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your hosts, Barry Church, Danny McCray, Heckma Harrison, and Newy Scruggs.
Let's ride. Players Lounge. Brought to you by Tostitos on a Thursday.
Cool.
That's how Bronco fans are reacting to Russell Wilson this year.
Man.
All that money they gave him. Man.
I'm just tired of him saying, like, after every press conference, let's ride. I'm like, come on.
Oh, no, let's make sure you're right.
Bronco country.
Broncos
Oh,
country.
yeah, I forgot that part. My bad.
If one more person called me Jam Master Jay, I'm going to know something.
That boy fresh, though. Man.
If one more person.
My Adidas, boy. That boy fresh, though.
Gotta freshen up. Hey, what you need to do is put your feet up on the desk, brother. You might want to raise the thing.
I'm going to just tuck mine in. You know what I mean?
We don't know if the ankles is.
Yeah, we don't know. They might be on the KD status right now. I don't know.
Pastor Barry Church.
Yes, sir.
Deacon Church.
The DJ on the wheels is still here at the Players Lounge. Heckma Harrison, Peter Piper, Pick Peppers, right behind.
That's me.
I am Newy Scruggs. Okay, Players Lounge. Here we go.
Yep.
Locker room open.
Uh-oh.
They had CeeDee Lamb over there talking. They had Ezekiel Elliott talking. Dak is probably going to go in about 5 to 6 minutes.
Okay.
And you were out yesterday. We had Nate Newton sitting in, and Heck and I, we asked him about what's your thoughts about how you go about your offense with Dak coming back, and hit the recap on it.
No, I mean it's a two-sided question, and he said, "Do you want the expert or do you want the fan opinion on how Kellen Moore should approach Dak Prescott being back?" And I thought what he said was really interesting when he was like, "Look, you should go with a more conservative approach going into the 40, but everything 40-1, let Dak have whatever he want to do, let him go, let him go with it." And I thought, look, I think that for those people that believe that Kellen Moore doesn't have a sigh of relief because Dak is back, I think they're mistaken because so much of the offense now is going to be open. I know we want to stay with the conservative approach to running. I believe that's what we're going to do. But at a certain point, you want for Dak to be able to command this offense to his liking. And what Nate was saying was spot on. Look, you have him back. You got to let this brother do what he do. And once, you're not giving up any field position, once you're 40 in, let him work his magic.
And I'm with all that. I'm with all that. I'm with, him cooking it up and all that good stuff. But week one, when he gets back, that very first week, let him go ahead and cook it up. I kind of hesitate on that just a little bit.
How rusty do you anticipate Dak is going to be?
I think extremely
Really?
rusty. Because I think it's going to take more than just a couple, days of practice to get that rapport with those receivers.
Okay.
I think it's going to take a little bit more than that. And we saw when he came back from no preseason action, he had training camp, but no preseason action. We saw what he looked like in Tampa Bay. It wasn't his greatest performance. And then the last start before that was the San Francisco game. Wasn't his greatest performance either. So for folks to go out there and believe that Dak's going to come back in this game after injury, after not practicing for weeks at a time, still have that same connection and still be that explosive Dak that we saw in the past, I think that you're living a dream a little bit. I think it's going to take a little bit of time for him to get that rapport and get that offense back to where it needs to be. Now, can he do that? Of course, I believe he can. I mean, he's a great quarterback. I think he can go out there and get this offense where it needs to be. And once he gets there, I'm all good with opening it up.
Right.
But until we get to that time, I say we do it a little conservative, lean on our strengths, what we've been doing, run game and defense, and take care of the football. I just don't want, especially in this game at Detroit, I don't want these guys to put the ball in harm's way because I think that's the only way Detroit hangs in this game.
Right.
I think that's the only way they can hang with the Cowboys if they turn the football over. So I'm with having a conservative approach and let Dak eat once he gets that rapport with the receivers out there. Now, if that happens game one, I'll be wrong, but I'll be shocked if it does happen.
I go back to a point that I'm just going to make and hammer it home again and again. 34 minutes and 30 seconds. That was the time of possession that Philadelphia had in that football game. And your defense, for all that you love about your defense, you can't leave anybody out there, and you played for the Cowboys and Jaguars. If I leave you out there for 34 minutes and 30 seconds, it's not going to be good.
You're going to get toasted. Yeah, you're going to get toasted.
It's like giving extra outs in baseball. You do that, you give a good team one more out, it's going to hurt you. And so I am still of the belief, run the ball. This is the you talk about the greatest defense to come play right about now.
Oh, this defense is trash.
Okay.
This defense is trash. Damn. They bad.
And so I think you can accomplish both. I think you can run the football, and obviously it sets up play action beautifully if you're running the football. I think you can accomplish both. You can run the football and still allow Dak Prescott to get out here and do what he does best. I think you can accomplish both, Hank.
No, you know what? That's where I'm so anxious to see what's going to be the approach. I don't want them to go with let's throw caution to the wind. Let's go and air this thing out. I don't believe that we have the receivers to do that. I love our young tight ends, and I think they're great possession receivers, taking away guys that can get possessions in the middle of the field, stretch the middle, so we can get to the outside. I like the approach of coming in and relying on this running game. I think we did a really good job of that in the Eagles game. It didn't benefit us to the way that it should have. When you talk about time of possession, that's a killer. But even with that, against our defense, the Eagles should have had more points than they did.
Yeah. With 3 turnovers, too.
The offense didn't do them any favors.
No.
And it was still a 3-point game, but I'm still of this opinion. If your defense is playing like that, you owe it to them to play to their strength.
Yeah.
I go back to Barry's time with Jacksonville. Blake Bortles, man.
That's all we did. Run the football and play great defense. That was it.
And almost got to a Super Bowl.
Should've.
Until Blake Bortles had to, Bill Belichick was like, see if he can win it.
Yeah, and he dropped the ball.
And he couldn't do it. But it's a formula that this is a formula.
Keep bringing up old stuff.
Oh, you're hashing up old stuff.
Dude, I was so frustrated watching that.
That was terrible.
Because I had to. So I'm watching that knowing we're going to go to the Super Bowl. I'm like, I don't want to spend a week covering the Patriots again. I've already done it a few times. I don't want to cover these guys again. Jacksonville being there would have been nice. Something new, something like that.
We had it too.
That was the thing. It was right there. And this is, but I'm not. I am. Oh, by the way, I'm not calling Dak Prescott and Blake Bortles at all. Who recently retired. I mean,
he did. The boat did retire.
Hey, congratulations to him. Another man, Shad Khan, is sitting in retirement, feeling good.
Shout out Shad Khan.
But just protect your defense. They're doing a great job for you. I don't want to see 40 passes from Dak Prescott. Okay. That's fine. I don't want to see 40 passes. Run this football. Let's try to get some symmetry here. You got the lines. Run the football. Run the clock. Play good defense. Get out of town. I mean, we could look at a potentially, let's say, a 2-hour and 30-minute game.
That's quick. In and out.
Run, baby. Everybody, because they want to run.
You already know what they're going to do.
So if everybody running, heck, you can be home by 3:30, man.
That'd be great.
Be home.
I just don't want what happened a couple years ago when we played Tampa, not this year, but the year before. And we went out there and we threw the ball 40-some times, put up 40-some points, and everybody was like, just Dak, we got it. We live and die by Dak's arm. That was the worst thing I ever think could happen to that year because the rest of the season, all we did was throw the football.
Right.
We're going against a defense here in Detroit. They're ranked dead last, all right, dead last in yards per game, points allowed, all that. This defense is downright terrible. If we go out there and Dak just throws a field day on it, we know what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. This is your offense, Dak. We're going to put it in your hands, and we're going to come up against a defense like we did against the Eagles or something like that.
Denver.
And I think it's just not going to end up good for this team. So I would love the conservative approach, but you know how they are when they get their new shiny toy back, man. They want us to go out there and go.
3 things about trust: time, consistency, and proof.
All
right. We don't trust Kellen Moore. All right. Let's go and get it out there. Let's say it for the umpteenth millionth time. We don't trust Kellen Moore because we believe that he's going to get Dak back and he's going to say,
Scott left 75. Oh, no.
Kill. As soon as you hear that, what you go, oh, man.
Bring Zeke up to the line.
Yeah,
hey, go ahead. You blocking him right there.
Come on, swing tackle, get right up here and give me that extra protection. CD all the way to the house. Look, man, there have been so many times that when Cooper Rush was in a jam, we just opted out. Wasn't nothing wrong with that because that's playing to your defense, like you just said. Hey, man, punt this thing. Let Anger come out here, punt this thing. Hey, bring the defense out here. Defense play ball. We get a stop. Put the offense back on. And we can do this all day, right? But you got a quarterback, And if it were not for his injury, and I understand this game in particular, look at it like an extended scrimmage game, right? Although it's real, it's live action. If it were not for that, and he never got hurt, boy, we'd be baking biscuits right now. Boy, with this defense coming in here, you wouldn't be talking like that. You'd be saying, look, let's get Tony Pollard involved. Let's get this running game back. Let's try and stay balanced. But you know what he's going to do. If he make a mistake, come bring anger out here, punt this thing, and we're going to put this offense right back out here, and we're going to scorch earth again. But because of the injury, everyone's going to be a little conservative, Let's just try, Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man. We got to get back to business, man.
So you with him?
No. Whoa, back up. I'm just playing the devil's advocate here. Okay. All I'm saying is we have an offense that hadn't been running to its fullest potential. Cooper Rush has got out and gotten victories because he's ball control. Ball security and field position has been favorable. We saw against the Eagles. They had all of those things working in their favor, plus the turnover differential. All right? If we can do the same thing, I think that gets him to where we want him to be. We don't want conservative Dak for the next. Come on now.
Nah, that's why I said you got to build into it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying,
I am with that also. And also, look, going into Chicago, we got a bye week. He can stay healthy, all of that. But we cannot go the rest of the season with this conservative approach. At what point do we take the training wheels back off for Dak? So let me know that.
Let's talk the bye week.
Talking the bye week?
Let's talk the bye week.
All right. I'm going to remember that.
Because, you can always pivot. We're not pouring anything in cast over right now. You're coming back from an injury, and I thought Barry hit on a good point. Just it's National Football League, man. You just can't be taking all this time off and just come back and think you're gonna be chopping people up.
Good. Let me do.
But if you run the ball and you got play action, I just believe what you've done with Cooper Rush. It's been a good, effective. Man, let's do this. Do this again. Got the Bears. Do it again. Take a bye week. Going up to Green Bay. Gonna probably cut it loose to win on the road there. Yeah. Plus McCarthy gonna go back with a little bit of, he want to give him a little something. So pow, going out there and bombs away, whatever you want to do. But
this Detroit offense can score as well.
Oh, they putting points up now. Was it 30-some a game they putting up?
Yeah, they 28, I believe.
We saw what they did the last game. Was real coach.
Who's that? Was that New England? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, they got blanketed.
They got a good defense.
But you know what Belichick is going to do? Belichick is going to take away what you – that's what y'all do better than anybody else? Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to take that away, and I'm going to say you beat us with that other stuff y'all do.
And that's the thing. Can we take away their best asset, which is the run game?
We have to.
We have to. Can we?
Put some – look, Jared Goff is a guy who's never liked to get heat. Never like to get heat. So, go ahead and heat him up. Heat him up in this game. But, okay. Yes, they're scoring a lot of points. And look who they scored it on. Washington.
Philly. But that was the first game, though.
Philly, I watched that. Because
they had Philly.
I had Jalen Hurts on my fantasy team. They went out there to a big league. You know what they did?
Gave it up.
Relaxed.
Yeah.
They just sat out there relaxed. And the next thing you know, they made it a football game. Faced the Rams. I think they'll be okay.
But this is an offense, Barry, that relies on the big play. They're third in the league at the big play. So you have to mitigate that. You have to stop that. Yeah. And also the running game. I think our defense, for all of their faults, that's the one thing that we point to and say, look, man, if y'all can't get this right, I don't care where they rank y'all. You're always going to be in a ball game because you're allowing teams to run on you.
First game, Eagles beat them 38-35. Second game, 36-27, they beat the Commanders. Third game, they lose 28-24 to the Vikings. The Seahawks beat them in a 48-45 game. There was the Patriots beat them 29-0.
They let Geno go off like that?
Yeah, Geno went off.
So,
Geno went off on them. Yeah. But they scored a lot of points, too.
I just think this Patriots game, 29-0, you, Dan Quinn, you go chop up that tape here, and I know they're going to have, because they had a bye week, Detroit will come out. They'll come out better than that. Cowboys are 7-point favorite here. If the Cowboys do what they do, play their game, this is going to be a win.
Oh, easy money.
Now, you got to do what you do, But listening to Dan Quinn, did you listen to Dan Quinn on Monday?
What are you talking about?
Dude, ticked off. Said teams ticked up. The players ticked off. Van Der Esch ticked up. This isn't us. We're better than this. I expect them to have that corrected and ready to go against the Lions. God bless Cooper Rush. We saw the 3 picks 2 weeks before. He threw 2 picks.
He did against Washington.
They got wiped out.
You called him.
I told it.
Yeah. Missed opportunities.
So
It had those. Okay. Hey, be different, dog.
What's that say? Mess around and find out.
Yeah, you know the chart. You know how the chart
all
goes.
right. So against Philadelphia, he found out.
He did.
He found out. So different quarterback this week.
And the penalty bug came back to visit him.
Right, the stuff you didn't need. So I just think that based off that, I'm expecting them, and they play well at home under Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
This is get right. Trying to get right, and you got number 4 back, but I just don't think you need. I don't want to see 40 passes.
Come on, Fo.
Don't want to see 40 passes.
Not at all.
I don't. I want to see the Pollard and Zeke combination getting theirs, which will enable some play action passing, which can be lethal. Which is, in my opinion, if you want to go to the playoffs and you want to go deep, you're gonna have to run that football. You can travel with your defense and run game anywhere, man. Anywhere. So that's me. Hey, we got to get our first break in here. I don't know why I'm so fired up. Maybe it's because I was in the locker room.
Oh, yeah. It's that energy, that locker room energy. It's contagious.
You ready to go?
Contagious.
Yeah. It was good. CeeDee Lamb spoke to me. Touch a little bit on what 88 had to say. With
Number 2.
Heckma Harrison, Barry Church, I'm Newey Scruggs. This is the Players Lounge brought to you by Tostitos on DallasCowboys.com radio.
With Smoothie King's original Angel Food and new Angel Food Slim without added sugar, you no longer have to choose between treating yourself and hitting your goals this summer. You don't have to choose between great taste and feeling great. Because at Smoothie King, every blend is made with whole fruits and no syrups, so you can satisfy your cravings without compromise. The only choice you will need to make is which one is best for you. Try our classic Angel Food or the new Angel Food Slim, blended without added sugar. Smoothie King. Rule the day.
Attention Cowboys fans looking for the best shave of your life. There's a new official razor of the Dallas Cowboys, Shave Logic. Imagine not having to buy blades as often and getting more smooth shaves than your old razor, guaranteed or your money back. After more than 10 years of research and over 150 company patents, Shave Logic is proud to offer Cowboys fans a special offer. For a limited time, visit shavelogic.com and get a free $10 gift card with your purchase. Go to shavelogic.com now for more smooth shaves guaranteed.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. You hear that? I'm a torrential downpour. Torrential? What's that even mean? It means you can't see out of your windshield. And if you have the wrong car insurance, you might have to make it rain to fix your bumper. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Get your game day mentality on with the Dallas Cowboys official sideline gear. Inspired by coaches and players, made for all of Cowboy Nation. Head to the nearest pro shop or log on to shop.dallascowboys.com at Fanatic for a Fanatics experience.
Thank you, Heckma Harrison. Barry Church and Louis Scruggs. Players Lounge brought to you by Tostitos. Cowboys taking on the Lions.
Yep.
Sunday, AT&T Stadium. It's a noon game.
Love it, man.
I was going to ask you.
You hate
a noon game.
Why?
You're getting up all early. You don't want to eat too much. If you do eat too much, it's going to sit on you the entire game. I don't know. I was always sleepy at noon games. I just didn't have a good feel for them. I don't know.
Wow.
Then you went to Jacksonville.
Yeah, and we played every game at noon. We had the whole time. We played at night one time at once. And it wasn't really a night game. It was like that 3:45 that kind of crept into the night. It was like a November game, so it got dark early.
Yeah.
We never had a primetime game. Never. Not even a Thursday night. And I was here when we was 4-12, all the terrible years, and we still had 3 or 4 primetime games, man. It was crazy.
Then that Jacksonville humidity at about 4 o'clock.
It jump on them.
Ouch!
People was over there cramping up. We over there just, should have drank some more water.
You hate to see it.
Get some pickle juice, my man. Get some pickle juice up in you.
Well, that's hard.
Yeah, that heat ain't no joke out there, man.
So, CeeDee Lamb spoke to the media, and a lot of questions asked to CeeDee about Dak, how he looked, the way things were going. CeeDee said Dak ate them up as a practice team scout team quarterback. It's like, yeah. Actually, Zeke said that, and he said, looked like he could have played last week. I thought about you. Like, don't let
Elizabeth,
Heckman find
I'm
that
coming
out.
to join you, honey.
Yeah, man. He said he looked so good last week.
Man, come on, dog. They talking about they eating up the man. Ain't nobody allowed to touch that, man. You talking about he darting people up. Man, I always hear nothing about that, man.
That's the wolf tickets. They selling them.
Yeah, they selling some big wolf tickets over there. He eating up the Nah,
Looking like Dak Montana.
He went out there with Tolbert and a couple other guys. And man, come on.
Dak
man.
Bradshaw.
Come on, man.
I did see Jalen Tolbert in the locker room. I felt bad.
Is he going to dress anytime soon?
Nobody was around him. You go in the locker room, you see camera, people talking, they're looking for a soundbite, they just walk right past him. Sure.
It's a top 100 pick.
I mean, I looked at him. I went to go talk to Jake Ferguson.
You could have hit him with, man. So, what are your thoughts on that? Nothing.
It was all good just a week ago.
Jake's at the start. He's at the start. I mean, what am I ask Jalen?
You go dress,
brother, bro, him. You might get a shot this week.
Man, that's so.
He on the jugs. I seen him on the jugs.
Buy your family tickets, or you tell stay home.
Don't even show up, though.
Man.
If I'm on the sideline, don't show up, man.
No lie. So I did ask him for the first game. I asked him, and he's like, yeah. I got tickets from him. They coming in.
Yeah, cold blooded.
I'm telling my fam, don't even show up, dog. If I ain't on the field, you ain't got pads on, heck. You ain't got no pads.
He got a jail master J on. Nah, man, I ain't gonna do you like that, Jalen. I ain't gonna do you like that.
Nah, man.
I ain't gonna do you like that.
Hard times.
That boy warming up before the game, too. What?
Don't let it catch you. It's man, that's cold blood. Man, look, if somebody got to tell us what's going on.
Laugh. It's okay, brother. I mean, come on, man.
Come on, man.
You got to pay for them tickets,
y'all
man.
Cold, man.
Y'all do got to pay for them tickets.
Man, y'all cold blooded.
Hey, everybody come out. Nah,
man.
You gonna play, son? I don't know, Dad.
You know what the worst is? When you come into the locker room, everybody else's locker got the pads in there, the nice and shiny helmets, and you just got a jumpsuit sitting on your hanger locker, man. And matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, they don't even put you in the main locker room. They might have changed it, but when I was there, if you ain't dressing, you ain't in the main locker room. They got you in the cut somewhere, man.
No.
Like in the cut, man. You got a little hat,
side piece.
Little hat, jumpsuit on. That's. You in the back. You tucked off, man.
Back.
Tucked off.
No.
Man.
Yeah, that's
it's a cold
bad
world,
news.
man. It's a cold world.
So do you get a fresh new T-shirt?
Oh, you get a fresh, everything fresh. Shoes.
Recycle.
Get the pro shop. Get your pro shop gear here, baby.
You
Fanatics
get
experience.
Fresh and everything, man.
Yeah. So I saw, man.
And you get one of them towels too, because they want you on the sideline. Like, oh my god.
Get the crucial catch gear, the salute the service shirt.
You see them on top of the benches. They be over there.
Y'all ain't right, man. Y'all are not right at all, man.
Let me get off my guy, though, man.
Hey, you see?
Yeah, let's get him on the lounge.
Yeah. Come on, man. Open the door.
Can we get Will McClay here for a second?
You don't see the drip.
Oh yeah, the trip is real, man. The trip is real, brother. The trip is real, brother.
What's going on, Will?
Oh, man. Yeah, that's the
Will
man right
McClay,
there. Will
the
McClay.
architect of the Cowboys.
The genius.
He just pointed at the shoes and said, wow.
Ain't that? Oh, man, that my boy Will gonna put me on. That's crazy. Oh, man.
We should have asked him right there. Hey, what's going on with that? Well, that's a perfect time right there. We were just talking about your guy.
Oh, man. That's top 100 right there. That's top 100.
But you know what, man? It's like during OTAs, during tour days, he was a guy that was out there that he got his opportunity in the scrimmages and also in preseason. And it just didn't seem like he was going to make that next step. Imagine draft night when what was the statement he made? I'm going to change the culture or something like that.
He said that. He did say that.
Now here's the thing. Like, no, guys, come on. Like,
really?
Dude, you a cold piece of work.
What's that progressive commercial? Let's rewind that tape back.
He said that.
Why y'all killing Tobin like this?
He said, his man said he going to change the culture.
He did
What?
say that.
Ain't nobody going to weigh these times like me. Stand up.
Change the culture. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. And I don't know how much of that, I mean, I'm obviously they're not holding that against him, but their expectation just hadn't been met yet. I've seen him make some plays, in practice. Down in the red zone, Dak was throwing him the ball, you know.
What we call that, heck?
Huh?
It's called all Oxnard.
All Oxnard. Hey, he was on the all Oxnard team, and then next thing you know, man, it's like he's not dressing out. You know, he's starting to remind me at this point of a guy that we had. You remember Reggie Robinson from Tulsa?
Yeah, the corner.
They moved into a different
safety,
moved him all around. Guy never could get on the field to save his life, and I just don't anticipate. I don't want this guy to be put into that lane, man. But it's starting to look like.
And this is why I tell all the young cats, man, make sure you're best friends with the special teams coach. I don't care what you could do offensively. I don't care what you could do defensively. The fastest way to get on that field and get your pads on game day is being best friends with that special teams coach. And
guess who he was working with today?
Was it Fossil? There it is. That's the quickest way. He's starting to learn.
After practice, he was out there with Fossil.
Get on them teams, man.
I give Kelvin Joseph at least that much. He did that.
He do.
You know, Kelvin Joseph is out there on special teams.
He's tackling his own guys, but, he's
made a tackle.
Yeah, hey, Turpin, no touchdown for you, Turpin. Get out the way. Get out the way.
But he's doing his thing, man. He's got pads on Sunday, so he's doing something, right?
Golly. That's what cold work out here.
I hate to be watching the film on Monday, man. Turpin gonna look at that.
Man, come on.
It was about to be.
He was gone.
Yes.
He was out of there.
And Kelvin Joseph, no, not you.
No, sir. No, sir.
Get out the way.
What?
Get out the way.
Luda.
Let's take our second break. We off the rails this break.
My bad, Tober. We had a whole segment on.
Jalen, good luck to you, man.
With friends like these,
good luck to you, Jalen.
Enemies, man. Golly.
Good luck to you, brother. I mean, I hate to see man buy them tickets and go to Waco. So hopefully that brother get some pads on and
come on.
The culture.
This is the week to do it. If you can't play this week, when you gonna play, bro? Man. It's the Lions coming to town.
So if we see inactives, Nui, I get up Sunday.
It's a noon game, so the inactives.
I'm rattling the paper.
Oh. ERW. It's Bill Parcells. He said all they do is eat, ride, and warm up. They don't help you on game day. Hey. Changing the ERW culture, huh? All right, let's take a break here with Heckler Harrison, Barry Church. I'm Louis Scott. This is the Players Lounge, brought to you by Tostitos on DallasCowboys.com radio. Hard time.
What?
It's a cold world, man. Cold world.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. You hear that? I'm a torrential downpour. Torrential? What's that even mean? It means you can't see out of your windshield. And if you have the wrong car insurance, you might have to make it rain to fix your bumper. So switch to Allstate, save money, and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Based on coverage and limits selected, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
And they snap it to Prescott, who looks right. It's not there. He escapes left. He'll run for a first down.
Just like football, when it comes to crypto, it's important to have a team you can trust. With blockchain.com, I know I'm in good hands. Since 2011, they've been trusted by millions around the world to buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrency.
Prescott's going to run this himself. Run it up the middle, and he scores.
Whether you're new to crypto or an active trader, they've got you covered. What are you waiting for? Get started at blockchain.com.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Starter, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The starter includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word TEAMJB. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys. The Jack Black Starter, $10, free shipping.
With Smoothie King's original Angel Food and new Angel Food Slim without added sugar, you no longer have to choose between treating yourself and hitting your goals this summer. You don't have to choose between great taste and feeling great. Because at Smoothie King, every blend is made with whole fruits and no syrups, so you can satisfy your cravings without compromise. The only choice you will need to make is which one is best for you. Try our classic Angel Food or the new Angel Food Slim, blended without added sugar. Smoothie King, rule the day.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Limited tickets for the remaining home games of the 2022 Dallas Cowboys seasons at AT&T Stadium are available now. Visit DallasCowboys.com/tickets or SeatGeek.com, the official ticketing provider of AT&T Stadium.
That is Heckma Harrison, Barry Church. I'm Louis Scruggs, Danny McCray with the day off. This is the Players Lounge brought to you by Tostitos. Cowboys Lions, Sunday, high noon. Boy.
Time that Barry hates.
I hate them.
Hey, I'll tell you what.
Hit him with some hash browns.
If the eggs wearing me down.
If I go, I'm gonna come in at halftime, man.
What?
Okay, so it's a noon kick. You gotta leave at 9:00, so you get up in there. Cause
I gotta show you my secret route. I don't have to do none of that.
Talking about this, I gotta get on that route.
I got a route. I pull right up in that thing.
Now, see, I've got a routine of what I want to do, get myself set up.
Getting out's the problem.
What's that?
Getting out.
Or getting out after the
Oh, no. That is the problem as well, but then I gotta
get your route.
Got my route. I know how to get in, get out, baby.
My boy.
I'm just saying, I personally love the noon game. Get up early, get you some breakfast in you, man. Me and Lil Heck gonna go, man. This finna, this finna be love, man. I love it.
When I worked in LA out on the West Coast, that was the absolute. That's the perfect foot. You wake up, game's gone. I never watched a pregame show the entire time I lived in LA.
Well, they starting at like 10 out there.
No, game started at 10, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, game's early.
That is true. Yeah. You way back. Yeah.
Game starts at 10, so you got the early game at 10 a.m. So you breakfast and football. Go to the store, get some bagels because we have a football team. Right. So in LA, go to the store, get some bagels, some food. Right there, here we go, man. Just sitting there eating breakfast.
Here we go.
Eating brunch, watching the game. I mean, they were sports bars. That was our whole thing was, hey, come have brunch here. Come watch the game, have brunch here, and you just sit there, eat all day, watch the games. I mean, I loved it. I absolutely loved Sunday night game, 5 o'clock.
Now, see, I can get that. I can get down with that one.
And then, I can get down with that. Here's the beauty. Heck, by 8:30, you got the rest of the night yourself. You got to watch. I mean, and then you got basketball games and other stuff. I mean, you just could do other things, man.
No doubt.
It was.
That's why I need this. That's why I need this W on Sunday. We play the noon game. That way I can be asleep by the nightcap. By halftime, I'll be good, ready to come in here on Monday.
This game should be over by halftime.
I hope so.
Be over by halftime, man.
Okay, McCarthy was asked yesterday. I was at the press conference, and he thought that you could be overlooking this team. Trap game.
Wow.
McCarthy said no, he didn't think so. I would like to assume, and I am assuming, these guys are professionals. You understood what happened last week. You lost a game. You didn't play your best, and now you find yourself in third place. With 2 teams, one's undefeated, the other one has 1 loss. You have no room for error. You have to come out here and handle your business.
You got to. And look, I understand, I think this team is terrible, but you got to respect, all opponents every single Sunday. Everybody's out there as a professional. And what we don't want to see happen is, I think it was a noon game as well when Denver came walking in here.
Yep.
It was a noon game. Denver came in. Everybody kind of thought this would be wrapped up. We can got these guys. There ain't nothing. And they ran roughshod all over the Cowboys. They had those 2-back system as well. They had Gordon and Williams. And they had a 2-back system, and they was rolling. Yeah. And they was rolling on us. Defense kind of shut. They stacked the box, and they had the DBs on the outside to lock down. So this Detroit team is terrible, but I just don't want a scenario like how that Denver game went down to happen here at the Cowboys. Because if that happens, all you know what is breaking loose.
As a former player, how much do you think about that? How much do you guys talk about that in the room?
Oh, you don't want to be the reason. That's the thing. You don't want to be the reason that you giving Detroit, a team that you know you should beat down, an opportunity to win the game, whether that's by penalties, turning the football over, blowing assignments. You just don't want to be that guy. And I got to give Mike McCarthy credit. Outside of the penalties, this has been pretty, as far as like understanding the playbook and not giving up big plays. This has been a disciplined team on both sides, outside of the penalties. So I think, Mike McCarthy, I think he got a good umbrella on this team to where they understand they can't overlook anybody. They're not that good to just come wake up and flip a switch and go out there and beat down anybody. They're not that good, and they understand that. So, and they understand that they're also going to get the best, shot every single team has, because it's the Cowboys. So right. I think McCarthy has done a good job of getting these guys ready, and I don't think they're overlooking any other team from here on out.
Yeah, and especially in contrast to last season, to this season. Everybody goes back. When they start talking about this team, they judge them. It seems like it starts from the Denver game. Mm-hmm. And that Denver game on, it seemed like that's where the dominoes started to fall, and they started getting exposed.
The blueprint, baby.
Oh, God, that made me so sick, man.
Blueprint.
I got the blueprint.
Yeah, he showed us. He showed us all.
Fangio, Jay-Z had the blueprint, baby.
Yeah, Fangio came out with it. And I don't want that nobody else to unveil the blueprint. Aaron Glenn and his boys right now not looking good on defense. And everybody's been talking about Swift and Williams, but nobody's talking about Zeke and Pollard.
Yeah.
And this is the way that you can put a good night Irene on this game, is by having that running game. We talked all about Dak and all of that. But for me, the simple thing about Detroit's running game and their big plays and all that, score points. Score points, put your defense out there, right? Mm-hmm. If you do that and they're still trying to rely on this running game, this is a victory, because they cannot continue to rely on their running game if they're down points. Jared Goff is what he is. I don't want to call him just a guy because he's gone to a Super Bowl, right, behind an awesome defense, by the way. But, he won't like the pressure that's going to be applied to him by our defense. And, it's in his file. He does not like pressure up the middle. Mm-mm. So if you could get pressure up the middle, if our edges, can come around, put that pressure on him and flush him out, I think this is the kind of game plan that Dan Quinn has to be looking at for Trayvon Diggs and AB. They just got to stop this, Amon-Ra, whatever his St. Brown. He's one of the ones that in the Hawker, the TJ.
Hawkinson,
yeah, Hawkinson. I think those are two guys that if you let them warm up, and if they start getting off, then things get kind of fuzzy for you as a defense. But that's where I put my faith in Trayvon Diggs and getting those stops. Now, on the other side, our offense should not be sputtering at any point. I feel like you let these guys, you come into this game and say, man, look, we're going to stay balanced, but up front, we're going to tee off on these guys. And by the time we get to the fourth quarter, we're going to bang them into submission.
Exactly, because I think defensively, I think they're soft in the middle. I think we can get after these guys right up the middle, and we need to let that offensive line exert its will on these guys. Let them fall on them a little bit. Let Tyler Smith, be honest, Zach Martin, and those guys, let them exert their will and push these guys into submission, because I don't think they can handle 4 quarters of Zeke and Pollard just running it right down them. Yeah. So to me, and then defensively, we look at the quarterbacks that this defense has had success against. It's been guys that are statues in the pocket. And Goff, he fits the bill. He's one of those guys that he's going to stand in there. He's going to try to make all the good throws. But athletically, he's not going to be able to beat you around the outside. No. He's not going to be able to step up in the pocket and step out through the window and gash you like Jalen Hurts was able to. And like you said, when you get pressure on this guy, he starts seeing ghosts. He's just going to turn and throw the ball. It don't matter where he's going. I'm just getting rid of it. I don't want you to hit me. And I think we've had a lot of success with against quarterbacks like that. So it adds up to a Cowboys win, in my opinion. We just cannot turn the football over. We do that, you give hope to the other team, and they start getting momentum, and I've seen crazier things happen. So hold on to the ball.
How about the fact that this Lions staff, led by Dan Campbell, they make bad decisions?
Yeah.
We are watching an epidemic of coaches make goofy decisions like we've never seen before on Sundays. Got the man with the Chargers, Staley. He stays bad, but then he's been helped by this week it was Hackett of the Denver Broncos who made worse decisions. And the week before that,
lobbed him one.
You got Stefanski with the Browns making even dumber decisions. But Dan Campbell's made bad decisions. Yeah. And if you watch some of the press conferences, it's on me. We're going to get better. Put it on me. Like, bro, at some point in time, it can't be on you. You're the head coach. You're supposed to put them in a position to win.
Yeah.
And if it's one guy who's winning games watching other people do dumb things, it's Bill Belichick. The man won 2 Super Bowls watching people do dumb things.
Man, has he not?
You want to throw it on 4th down? Okay, F around and find out. Interception.
Interception.
No back-to-back for Seattle. Down 28-3. Kyle Shanahan wants to keep going bombs away. Next thing you know, messed around, found it out. No ring for Dan Quinn. I mean, Bill's just watching you all do dumb things.
Yeah.
What they say, the art of war. Don't do dumb stuff,
That's what it is.
So Dan Campbell's, as a head coach, he's lacking.
Man, Dan Campbell, he had me sold. What's that HBO special that they
Hard Knocks.
Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
He had me sold.
Did you?
I did. I had to.
I didn't, man.
I had to, man. I had to. I had to watch. I mean, because I'm a Hard Knocks fan.
Yeah.
That's just it. I don't care what team I have to watch it. I just want to sit. And man, and then the guy that does the reads. Hey, come on, man. It's football, y'all. It's
August and you're desperate for football.
That was what it was. That was a lot of what it was.
Oh, look at it, man. It could be good. Look,
Yeah.
it's gonna be good. Look,
You see Deuce Staley out there, man. They're going at it.
Got him fired up. I'm ready to go practice too.
Man, I'm thinking, man, I'm like, man, boy, you better watch out for them Lions. They came out there and poo-pooed all over the place. And Dan Campbell has made some bad decisions. And he's a guy, local guy. We got a lot of talent coming back to the Metroplex from guys that have Texas roots. And so, that part of it is exciting. But I'm with you, man. He's made some bad decisions. We've seen it in the NFL. So many coaches make bad decisions. Dan Quinn would not be in the building if Shanahan had not forgotten to run the damn ball. And that's why I say to you, how do you stop this running game? And that's why football is so perfect. Yeah. If you can score points and time does not permit you and you continue to run and you run that clock out, there's no way your opponent can win. That's the only way that the Patriots won that Super Bowl is because of what Shanahan did. And he got to wake up with that on it. 28-3. I was right there.
Right there. Oh, like they say, you hate to see it.
I just what Dan Campbell, when you watch Hard Knocks, I said this work on a high school team. Work on a high school team. This doesn't work on professional football.
Yeah, them boys going live.
Yeah, he did.
Live every. I'm like, what? What veteran's gonna want to go to that? They better get rid of him. They ain't gonna get no veterans.
That does not work. I remember reading Rocky Blyer's book, and he talked about going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, Rocky played at Notre Dame. And, they're in the game, and he's clapping his hand. All right, guy, come on. And Chuck Noll looks down and says, we don't do that here. Yeah. It's professional football, man. No, Joe doesn't need you clapping for him. He knows what to do. LC's going to be. We don't do that.
None of them need that.
Right. We're the Pittsburgh Steelers. We know our assignments. We've been coached what to do. We're going to go out there and do it. You don't see Tony Dungy. That was why. Think about how many times people would mock Jason Garrett for clapping. That's not going to motivate nobody. No. That's not. This is the professional football player.
How do you,
Coach Clapp?
How do you, if you're Detroit, who has been a losing franchise now for a minute, how do they change? Because right now, man, they don't have anything going for them. Even when it looks like they're getting wind under themselves, it falls right back to the ground.
You need players.
Yeah, absolutely. Hell, they've gotten the first round. Look how many first round picks they have.
Now, I go back, and this is when Martin Mayhew was GM. They had drafted Nick Fairley and Ndamukong Suh in back-to-back years. And they were both becoming free agents at the same time. They had pick up Fairley's deal. You're sitting here at 10 in the draft. You're losing 2 defensive tackles. They drafted tight end.
Yeah.
First off, you drafted a tight end, and all Stafford wants to do is throw it to Calvin Johnson anyway. So what we go? Why are we? Would you buy decoy? You don't need a first round pick on decoy because we know where he's going.
Was that Ebron?
Yes, Eric Ebron out of North Carolina. And you know who they passed on, right? Aaron Donald to take Ebron.
They did.
Yes. You heard me. You had Ndamukong Suh, who you weren't going to re-sign, and Nick Fairley, you were letting go. You needed.
You do not want to be a franchise that is a part of your story as a franchise. That you went with Eric Ebron.
That's like Trubisky over Mahomes back in the day when they.
Wait a minute. Is that like Taco? Oh, never mind. My bad.
He ain't mean to marry that. He ain't mean it.
My bad.
He ain't mean it.
My thing on Mahomes was, and I saw him at Tech. You thought, man, he was a good player. But the guy was Watson, was the more sure bet. He'd been in the national championship game 2 years in a row and actually won it. And we didn't know about all the other stuff, the side stuff he was doing. But at the time, as far as a football player, I was like, this is the guy? But, yeah, that's what Detroit did. You had 2 defensive tackles leaving. You had a need, and you said, we're in a division where Aaron Rodgers and Jay Cutler are there. Hey, man, let's go ahead and get a tight end, not get a defense. Crazy.
Yeah. Mistakes were made, man.
Yes, mistakes were made. I mean, it boggles my mind. But that's what they need in Detroit. You need talent, and then also recognize you had a good coach in Jim Caldwell.
And made it to the playoffs.
Should have beat the Cowboys in the playoffs.
Anthony Hitchens got away with one, man.
That call was like,
ooh. I don't know who that ref was, but shout out to you, big dog. Thank you.
I mean, yeah,
he did that.
That man was all in his face. Face guard and everything.
Right. So, I mean, Jim Caldwell was a good coach. And they have it. So they bring in Bob Quinn from New England, and he's like, 9-7 is not getting it here. We need to reach a better bar. So he goes to hire his boy Matt Patricia, and they can't sniff 9-7. He was seeing 9-7
trash.
Right. Can't get half a 9-7. So that's them. So what is Dan Campbell? They need better players, but he also has to be a better coach.
Yeah.
Arthur Smith in Atlanta is a good football coach. They don't have a lot of talent, but they're in football games. You saw last week where they beat Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers. Coaching matters. And when you see bad coaching, man, it sticks out like a sore thumb. Luckily, if you're a Cowboy fan, you see some good coaching. Look at what Lyndon Wells has done with those rookie tight ends.
Killing.
I mean, you've seen some bunch.
That's a hell of a job, though.
Joe Philbin, left tackle. Tyler Smith, guy had played left tackle at all during training camp. I mean, this good coaching matters.
Al Harris, Joe Witt Jr.
Right.
Man.
In Denver, the coaching is bad.
Yeah.
Not only is Hackett bad, but the assistants, he brought up a bunch of homies and buddies. They're young, too. Not getting it done. Yeah, he get worked. So it matters. All right, man, that's our show. By the way, I guess because I'm off tomorrow. I got school.
I mean it there, yeah.
Okay, so heck, will you leave? Let me go ahead and give you my prediction right now. Okay, my cap.
All y'all need to do is listen to me. That's all y'all need to do, man. I'm out here. I might have lost one game.
Boy, I tell you, come out the gas.
Negro Adonis.
That Cincinnati game gonna forever hunt you.
26-14.
We're gonna bring it up.
Cowboys 26-14. What about tonight?
Tonight, who we got tonight?
Arizona and New Orleans.
That's right. All right, heck, what you got, man?
Where they playing?
Arizona. It's in Arizona.
It's in Arizona. D-Hop back.
D-Hop is back.
They need him too.
Yeah, man. You know what? I'm gonna go with Arizona tonight because D-Hop is back. I go 24-21.
Okay. Give me Arizona to win. They need to do something. Kyler Murray on national TV. Give me Arizona 23-21. Close football game.
All right.
I'm with you. Arizona. Give me 17-7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Robbie Anderson gets some balls tonight.
I don't think Robbie Anderson gets any balls tonight. I don't.
You ain't going.
Hey, D-Hop's back. You know what? You look at D-Hop once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times. They've had a connection before. You need a win. I just see Kyler Murray going to his guy. That's his guy. Robbie's got to put in some work here. Hey, Barry Church.
Yes, sir.
Heckma Harrison.
We're going to hold it down.
I'm
all
Louis
day.
Scruggs for Jazz, Chris, Will, everybody who's part of this has been DallasCowboys.com radio.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?